Hi, I'm Al. Hi, I'm Carter. Poke, poke.
And I'm Dad. Welcome to the Greenman Show. Alright, I've been interested in a program that would convert a decimal to a fraction for my MG15C calculator here, emulating an HP15C. So, I found a program online. The problem with that program is that it converts a decimal to an improper fraction where the numerator is greater than the denominator. Now, the program is going to put the numerator in x and then the denominator in y for proper or improper fractions. And then when we get to a mixed fraction, it's going to stick our whole number in x, then our numerator in y, and then our denominator in z. The reason I did that is because it's kind of the order that you think or the order that you would write it down. And then as you rotate the stack down, you're going to get the whole number or the numerator first, then you're going to go down and you're going to get the next one, which would be the numerator, and then round down again to get the last final value, which would be the denominator of the mixed fraction. So if we enter 0.75, then FA to run program A, we get 3/4. And then I'll do the rotate down so you can see that. So it'd pull the denominator onto the X display of the real calculator. I'm going to rotate that back up. Now, let's say we have 1.75. Run program A again. And you get the improper fraction of 7/4. So, we can push the run stop button. What that's going to do is it's going to look at this and say, okay, is x greater than y? And if it is, it's going to jump to another program label where it will pull out the whole numbers from our numerator here. So we can do that. And we end up with 1 3/4. Now, the original program stuck some of the values into R0, or your register 0, which is like memory 0, memory 1, memory 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then the 6 and 7 are what are recalled at the very end of the first initial program that gives us our potentially improper fraction. And what I do is what I changed on that is at the very beginning of the program, I capture our initial value. Then I pull just the integer off from it. And then I capture just the fractional portion of that number. Then, if we get to an improper fraction and I perform the test, what I do is I say, okay, we're going to take the integer portion and we're going to multiply it by the denominator, and then we're going to pull that value out so that we're just left with the remaining bits in the numerator to make our mixed fraction. Now, at this point, I'm kind of early on in the development, so I am running into some floating point math issues with some rounding and some other garbage that gets added into the binary. So if we take, let's just say a number like pi, but I can't even get to the thousandths place. All right, so if we take 3.141, run program A, it just goes off into oblivion. So to stop it, I have to turn it off and turn it back on. So with pi, I'm kind of shy on some decimal places, but if we do 3.14 and run program A, we get 157 over 50, but then we can make that into a mixed fraction by running it, continuing the program, and we get 3 and 7 over 50. So if we do 7, 50 divide, it's 3.1 or 0.14, and then you can add the 3 to it to get back to our original number that we were trying to get the fraction from. So I have some work and some tweaking to do in the calculator program itself, and then maybe in the fraction program within the calculator that could help clean that up a little bit and maybe give us some, I guess, open up more opportunity for more different values and more precision to convert to the fraction. But that's where we're at right now. So we can do like 1/7, right? So if we just hit 7, inverse, run program A again, you get 1/7. Then let's say the inverse of 7 again, but maybe you want to add like 45. And this is new territory here, so let's see what happens. I did not do that right. Let's try that again. The inverse of 7, 45 plus, and then run our A. Alright, so 316 over 7, improper fraction, we'll run it again. We get 45 and 1/7, just as we expected. Alright, that's just an overview of the HP or MG15C calculator performing the decimal to fraction. Thanks. Let's put in 0.75, and then I will run program A. Damn it.